we are going to add unlike denominators. What does unlike mean? Un means not. So they are not alike. And we're talking about the denominators. Denominators is the down number on a fraction. That's how I remember down and denominator, but it's the bottom number. It is what we are partitioned into, or the parts of the fraction. Today we're going to add these unlike denominators. Our denominators are 4 and 8, and we want to know what is 1/4 and 2/8 all together. Go ahead and pause the video here, get your fraction tiles out or fraction strips, and build this problem. I know I'm going to need 4ths and I'm going to need 8ths, and I might have a whole just to help guide me to make sure that I'm equaling the right amount. You build it now. Okay, let's see how you did. Well, I know I need 1/4, so I'll start with the 1/4, and I know I want to add 2/8 to that. But what is that amount? How do I write that? I can't say 1/4 and 2/8 is 1/4 and 2/8. Maybe you've already discovered that I want to trade these out to make the denominator alike. So what could I trade out? Pause the video and discuss if you haven't already. Okay, I noticed that 2/8 is the same as 1/4, so I could trade it out for 2/4. I could say that 1/4 and 2/8 equals 2/4. That's equivalent. But I also noticed since I could trade that out, I could also say 1/4 and 2/8 is the same as 4/8. So I could also say it equals 4/8. Now you'll remember we talked about the simplest form in a previous lesson. What's the simplest way to use the least amount of fraction tiles? And so what is the simplest fraction? Well, if I look at my fraction tiles here, 2/4 is simpler than 4/8. I need 4 fraction tiles for this one. But I'm wondering, is there another fraction tile you could use to make it even simpler? Pause the video and see if you can find it. Okay, did you notice that 1/2 is the same as that 2/4, and it is the same as that 4/8? So the simplest fraction for this would actually be 1/2. So we could say, I'm running out of room here, but I could also say it's equal to 1/2. Now, how would you draw this as a tape diagram and as a number line? Pause the video and give it a go. Our problem was 1/4 and 2/8 all together. And we built that before, and we did some noticings in our building of what was equal to that. So I've started my tape diagram. I have my 4ths, and I put my 8ths on top of it with a dotted line. So now I'm going to color in. This can be 1/4 and 2/8. And I can even label that. This is my 1/4. This is my 2/8. And when I put it together, I can see that it is 4/8. It is also equal to 2/4. And it is also equal to 1/2. 1/2 is the simplest form. Now, let's look at it at a number line. I've already started my number line. I put my 4ths on the bottom and my 8ths on the top to organize myself. And I want to show here that 1/4 and 2/8. So I might jump it. I might say this is 1/4 and this is plus 2/8. And I can even say 1/4 plus 2/8. And that gets me here at 4/8 or 2/4. I might even label it that it equals 1/2.